Chilling wind and rain, you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, welcome to This Week Inside the New York Knicks podcast, episode 1. This is the off-season edition. So, we keeping track of everything that's going on. A lot of crazy rumors, a lot we got to get into today, y'all. So definitely you in the right place to be. You got rocking with the most poppin' Knicks YouTube channel on the net. And I am the objective fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes, y'all. So look. We rocking, man. It's a lot to talk about. Honestly, last week was kind of quiet because we still in playoff mode. So, the faster the season's over, the more ramped up the offseason will be. But we got a lot of things to talk about. As you can see, I got a pinned comment in the comment section. Definitely take the time to join the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. You can hit the link, www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. And definitely hit the thumbs up button. Of course, there's no cost to join that Discord. Definitely, you could also scan the barcode, which you can see in the bottom right corner. So, got a lot of things to talk about, man. But if you're new to the pod, this podcast is dedicated to covering the Knicks 365. Give me 50 minutes, I give you the Knicks. And right now, we're in the off-season edition. Of course, like I said, this is an all-year podcast. So whether or not the Knicks play or not, I'm going to be rocking because I love to talk the Knicks and I want to document history. I want people to be able to come back and watch this podcast to actually see what's going on in real time. So that's what we're going to be doing. I do want to give a shout out to the New York Liberty. They did lose their last 2 games, but, they started out 4-0. They started out cooking. I'll be covering a little bit more about the Liberty as that season go on. I just want to give them a shout out. Salute to them, even though they don't play in the Garden no more. I know they in Brooklyn, but they still represent New York, so we still gonna rock with them. Are there anything else I want to talk about? Salute to you if you're in the building early. Definitely hit that like button. We're definitely gonna ride. This is the holiday edition. I know a lot of you guys. Happy Memorial Day. By the way, salute to all of the veterans and the soldiers that lost their lives to help defend us in this country, so we could sit down on a Monday, on a holiday, and talk this Knicks talk. So definitely salute to them. So double check. Hopefully my sound is correct. Sounds good. Didn't really get a chance to do a sound check, but I didn't change no settings, so we should be rocking. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into research mode early, and we're gonna rock, man. So being that this is the off season, I do want to touch on some of the key dates for the off season. The final starts June 6th, which I don't understand. It's May 27th. And honestly, both series look like they're going to be over within the next game. I mean, Boston being up 3-0. We kind of figured that could happen, though. I don't like to predict sweeps, especially when we get from the second round onward. But at the same time, it's looking like it's going to be a sweep there. And then also we got in the West Coast, The T-Wolves let me down, man. I think I did favor Dallas to win a series, though. I thought it was going to be a close series, closer than this. Ant-Man tried, but at the same time, that defense, I don't want to take shots, but, they got certain players on that team that's supposed to be prolific defensively, and they look like they don't know what they're doing on the floor. But let's see who's in the building, man. Salute the gangster Trump. Oh, and by the way, since I'm on this topic, Coach, when you get on the show, we're going to have a roast Coach session for like 3 minutes, by the way, because he loves Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, we're going to definitely get into Karl Anthony Towns. I hope Coach shows up. I know it's the holiday, but salute the gangster Trump. Oh, man, my condolences to Bill Walton, man. Oh, man, R.I.P. Oh, man, that's sad news, man. Bill Walton was a legend, man. You know what? That's audible right quick. I didn't catch that because the last time I checked the news was about 3 hours ago. So, oh, man, let's pull it up. Being that we're in research mode and we're live, let's pull it up and give Bill Walton the proper salute, man. That's sad news. He's definitely was. Oh, yeah, he just died. New York Post. Oh, yeah. 148, 71 years old. Wow, he died after a fight with cancer. Oh, man. My condolences to Bill Walton, man. Definitely a legend in this league. Even though he wasn't a Knick, but he's definitely down with the NBA family, so we still represent. Thanks for Gangster Trump for helping me break that news here live. So if you don't know, he passed away via cancer, and Bill and then Adam Silver said that Bill Walton was truly one of a kind. He definitely was. A great player, even though I don't go back that far. But from what I can remember, how they used to show the games on NBA TV, the old school games, and I saw some of those games when he went up against Dr. J in the finals back in the day. And he definitely will be missed. And a lot of us know him as a broadcaster, right? He worked with ESPN back in 2002. 12 years at NBC. He was the lead NBA analyst. And yeah, so, RIP to Bill Walton, man. Definitely, to all his family, we wish him from Knick Nation. We definitely going to send our condolences to him, right? But yeah, Gangster Trump, he definitely will be missed. One of the guys I like, I feel like there's a stigma with former players, right? It's either they're really good at what they do. I'm talking about commentary-wise. When they retire and they go into the broadcast booth, it's either they're really good or they're really bad. And he was one of the guys that was really good. He knew the game. He explained the game. That's what I like. And I like Hubie Brown, too. I like when the guys actually explain what's happening on the screen versus just, going with the flow of things, calling the game as we see it, actually giving an explanation to even some of the simple things. And that's something that Bill would definitely do. Yeah, definitely on Gangster Trump. We're going to pray for him and his family. Sure, man. Wow, I kind of rock what I was trying to do, man. I was trying to have a nice podcast, but hey, this is part of life. And unfortunately, we lose members of our NBA family. And like I said, he's going to be missed, man. Definitely, he was a Hall of Famer back in 93. How many of you guys was even born in 93 when this guy became a Hall of Famer? So, yeah, he's definitely a legend, man. We could talk more about him as the show rolls along if more people want to come in and talk about him, but he definitely will be missed. Bill Walton, RIP. Breaking news on the pod. Anytime any news breaks, we could also talk about it. Like I said, because I'm setting up the show and it's a holiday and for once I got the free house, the family's not here, but it's raining in New York, so it's crazy, but I hadn't had the time to really keep up with the news as it comes in. So any breaking news, especially if the Knicks do something crazy, trades, firing, I doubt the Knicks will do that. But like I said, we was right here. We was talking about the key dates. So I don't understand why they're going to wait to start the finals to June 6th. I do understand it from a business perspective because that's when they got the ad money. You don't want it to end early, and then literally right after the finals, if it goes to Game 7, then you get right into the draft, which would be a couple of days later. So they want to keep the momentum, not too much gaps. But that's going to be a gap because, like I said, both those series are going to end in 4 games, right? And then we got limited free agency right after the finals. Draft on the 26th. The Knicks have 2 first-round draft picks. We'll talk a little bit more about what they can do with them, with those picks later. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of trade. I mean, there's a lot to unpack on the rumor side. We're going to get to that. So we got June 30, the full free agency, right? And then July 6th is when the actual signing period begins. And then we got summer league. So that's that. So basically the offseason going to run all the way up into training camp. Then we'll go into training camp mode. But yeah, so we still got a lot to talk about. Every Monday we will be here talking this Knicks talk, and even we could stretch it to talk about some other things too that may arise. Like I said, Bill Walton, he just passed away. If you just joined into the building, definitely R.I.P. to him. But so we know the key dates now. So now I want to talk about this article from the New York Post. Knicks are about to learn that next year's success is never guaranteed. And by the way, if you got anything you want to chime in on, feel free to chime in on it. Oh, and I didn't even get to the topics, of course. So a lot of you guys are here. We're going to talk about Jalen Brunson. Excuse the typo. Jalen Brunson snub. He was the all-star first team. We're going to get into that. Some people think that it wasn't a stuff. Some people think that it was. Coach Tibbs, his extension. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. We kind of highlighted it a little last week. Of course, trade rumors. We might talk about the Indiana Pacers trolling. Might get into that. Yeah, definitely good to see the Pacers down 0-3, by the way. Paul Pierce, no, that's last week. Forget Paul Pierce. And then we're going to have word on the street, and we're going to talk about more. So those are the topics, right? But I want to get into this article. Nick's about to learn that next year's success is never guaranteed. Off the rip, I disagree with the title because this is the second year in a row. This is not like we came out of the lottery and now we went to the second round. No, we actually went to the second round last year, and now this year we went to the second round. So that's consistency, right? But let's get into it, right? Okay, so whenever seasons like the one Knicks just completed, I always find myself outside the visitor locker room at Mile High Stadium. I always find myself standing with a handful of writers. Bill Parcells. No, that's not what I want to read. Hold on. There's a quote in here I want to get to. It's talking about Bill Parcells. No, that's not the quote. I lost it. Anyway, the point of this article is they're trying to say, because Bill Parcells, they was leading with Bill Parcells, that they had a great year, and then the next year he came back and it wasn't so great. I want to say this. The Knicks have already shown consistency, making the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years. This is the second year in a row we made it to the first round. I am not concerned personally about where we're going to finish next year. I know it's going to be better, especially if we could come back healthy. I think health is the key to this team now. OG Anunoby is a guy he's definitely a free agent that we want to sign. And currently there's talks, and he's going to be talking with other teams and all these things. After we take care of the business and we come back, let's say even if we don't trade for a star, which is looking like the Knicks are trying to trade for a star based on some reports. Let's say we come back with the same team and we have better health, like we get OG 50 games, Randle plays his normal 70, right? Mitchell Robinson's hit or miss, but you got Isaiah Hartenstein. So let's say we come back with the same team but more healthy. I don't see why this team doesn't win 55 wins. 54 wins, 56 wins. I don't see it. Even if the East does get better, I don't think that this team will regress. I think that this team will be better with the health. So, yeah, salute to this article, right? The Post, they do a good job. But this will be the third, fourth year, technically, because we already made the playoffs. It's not like, we haven't been there in a while and we made it to the second round on the verge of the conference finals. What do you guys think about that? Let's see what Gangsta Trump talking about. Our Knicks need to use their assets to trade for Devin Booker or Mikal Bridges. Now, I like the Devin Booker deal depending on what we're giving up. Mikal Bridges, we talked about him a couple of times. The Nets do not trade with the Knicks. Maybe if you can entice him in a 3-team deal. I talked about it last week. An idea that was brought up was trade Mitchell to the Nets, trade Bridges to the Knicks, and then Cleveland gets picks and a wide range of different players. But the way it's looking right now, I think the Cavs honestly believe they can re-sign a Mitchell. So if they can't get a deal done, that means that trade wouldn't happen until after the draft, free agency, and all of that, because there's a window for an extension. So if Mitchell is willing to delay the decision towards the end of the summer, now that might hurt a lot of move potential, because a lot of players I think are going to be in a move way before that. I think free agency, you're going to see a lot of trades. So Cleveland has to really decide whether or not they will jump the gun to make that deal happen. I think that'd probably be the only way to entice the Nets to do a Mikal Bridges trade, because the Nets will have to get a star in return for Mikal Bridges. And I don't think they want Julius Randle. But Julius Randle probably would be the best, piece to offer, the best asset to offer. But I don't think that they're going to do it. But in terms of the success is never guaranteed. Of course, success is never guaranteed. But I think that this article would have been more fitting for last year's team. Right? Now, this article here is talking about... Oh, got a fly in here. But anyway, I got to get rid of that fly. But anyway, this article is talking about the number 1 pick potential, which is more than likely going to be this guy, Alex Sarr. He's a shooter, 7'1", and he can stretch the floor. But now, I don't really care about that. But I'm gonna go down to the Knicks. All right. So the Knicks, we got 2 picks. Where's our 2 picks at? Yeah. Okay. So we got the 24th pick, and we got the 25th. Okay. Right. So these are some of the guys they're talking about that we can get, in New York. So the first guy is this guy here, Tyler Smith. He played with the G League at night. He's a 6'11" forward. Don't really know much about him. Me personally, I didn't really watch the G League much this year. I did watch a couple of Westchester Knicks games. I should have actually went to a Westchester Knicks game. Kind of dropped the ball with that. But they're saying that we could get this kid here, 6'11". I don't know. I think the Knicks are going to move these picks. And then another center. So I feel like they're trying to say, based on the fact that we don't have, a lot of certainty at the 5 spot, because literally 3 of our 4 centers are free agents, and then you got Mitchell Robinson, who's injury prone. So they got us actually drafting these 2 centers, right? Now, this guy Ware, I know a little bit about him. I didn't watch a lot of college basketball, but he's definitely somebody who's solid. He has leaping ability. He can block shots. I don't know if he's Derek Lively's level. By the way, salute to Duke Blue Devils. Derek Lively's definitely doing his thing. But this kid here, I think is interesting. What do you guys think we do with those picks, though? I think we're going to trade the picks, guys. This draft is not a strong draft. I mean, let's look at some of these other names. I mean, I want to see where they got Edie going. I don't think I saw Edie up here. Hold on. Let's see where they got Edie. Now, you see this kid right here? This is a kid I know for sure. Kyle Flip-Hosky, this is a kid I would trade for. I'm draft. I know they got him going up at 22, but if I'm the Knicks and I ain't make a trade and I see this guy, my man from Duke, let me tell you something. He would fit exactly what the Knicks need. Knicks need somebody that could play the 4-5, that can shoot, right? Can play in pick and roll. Not that great of a defender, but he uses his height well, his body well. I say go get this kid, Kyle Filip-Hosky. I think he's talented. I think he fits exactly what we need. But they got the Suns taking him at 22. We'll see. I mean, all these things right here is like, unless you're in the top 5, everything else is kind of... Oh, they got Zach Edey. Wow. So the Posts have Zach Edey going number 15. Honestly, I'm surprised that a lot of people don't have Edey as a lottery pick. But hell, look, if I'm the Knicks, right, and I feel like I can't sign Hartenstein, I'll go get this kid. I take Zach Edey. I think Zach Edey would be a good pickup. But they got him going in the lottery. Okay, so his stock must be going up. I haven't really kept up with the combine. I know Bronny James was doing his thing. Let me see if they got Bronny James. Definitely Bronny James is not in the top 10. Right? But like it's crazy how they're saying this kid is a consensus #1 pick. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this guy, Zakia from France. I don't know nothing about him. But this kid right here had a decent year. I definitely know about him, even though Kentucky didn't do nothing in the NCAA tournament, right? Yeah, I don't know nothing about the overseas dudes. I don't know nothing about them. I did hear about this guy, the Mates Bulis. He's solid. But honestly, man, look, I'm taking the Americans, man. This kid right here, Dolan Clingan, is a good pickup, right? I don't understand why he's ahead of Edie though. I mean, yeah, I know he beat him in the championship game, but I just so yeah, Bronny James ain't up here. Bronny James probably be in the second round, but I heard Bronny James had a good combine. But honestly, I'm not too big on none of these dudes. Like I said, my man from Duke, I take him, and I'm not just saying that because he went to Duke and I'm a Duke fan. Let's move on. Carl. Okay, so if y'all want to talk about a little bit about Linsanity, we can talk about a little bit about Linsanity. So salute to Carmelo Anthony. Of course, once a Knick, always a Knick. He has a pod, right? And he was talking about Linsanity, how basically he and Baron Davis tried to convince Linsanity that, to try to get more money and stuff like that. But Lin said he wasn't interested, right? Which is weird. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I just want to read some of these quotes. Right? He missed out $100 million opportunity, right? People always talk about how nobody liked the Linsanity era in 2012. Personally, me, right? So that was the knock, that Melo didn't like it. Honestly, I kind of thought it too. And I kind of thought it too. I did. I ain't gonna lie. But Melo says, you get what I'm saying? Anthony retired. He said that they believe that he was jealous, right? Yeah, they had thrown that out there, but people don't know that behind the scenes, we were very supportive, which I believe, because unless the incident happens like in Golden State, right? Now, of course, there may be things that happen in the locker room that we're not privy to, but at the same time, right, a lot of the good camaraderie you see, I believe it to be genuine. So I believe it. I believe Melo. Now, Jeremy Lin could say, hey, nah, Melo definitely wasn't feeling me. He could come back and say that. I doubt he would. But he said they were very supportive, and they used to be in the locker room trying to get to him. He didn't even know how to get the deal, right? This is during the time, right? And he said a deal, and basically, everybody named Mother was calling him. This was Baron Davis was saying. Linsanity could have been $100 million business, and I'm trying to get this through to him, right? That's what Anthony said, and he wasn't trying to hear from nobody. He was like, "Nah, I'm brought up on that. My parents, I'm respected that. I hear that, and you know what? I don't know who's not telling the truth or not, but I got a really good memory, and I remember Jeremy Lin basically leaving the Knicks at the altar during free agency. And I believe he signed a deal. I should pull it up. I believe he signed a deal with the Rockets for a heavy contract up front. You know how you, all right, so like you have a deal. Let's say you get paid $25 million, right? So you can divide that up to be $15 million 1 year, and then $5 million and $5 million. Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what he did. I'm gonna show you what this. So I don't know who's telling the truth or who's not telling the truth, but I do remember his contract. Right, Rockets. All right, I believe it had one of those front-loaded contracts. All right, we in research mode, so we can look it up. And it's the off season. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right. Jeremy Lin was not valid and not wanted to join Rockets. Hold on. Yeah, bet. Here you go. Got an article right here. All right, so look. Let's see if they're going to show us the numbers, though. All right. He averaged 9.2 points. Trying to see. They don't got the contract, though. They got everything else. They got his records and all of that, but they ain't got the contract. Okay, hold on. I should use regular Google. Let's see. How? So remember all that talk that they just said. Melo said, okay, so look. Melo said that his parents, he respects his parents. He wasn't raised like that. Baron Davis and Carmelo Anthony tried to help Jeremy Lin get $100 million because they saw the potential, right? If that's the case, if his parents and all these things was the reason, right? So look, he signed, all right, so he signed $5 million his first season, $5 million second, third year, he could pay more. And okay, so it was the opposite of what I said. So it was $5 million the first year, $5 million the second season, and then the third season he got hit with the $14 million, right? But if the Knicks matched, their cap hit would have been Lin's salary, right? And that would have been a balloon payment. So because of that, because the Knicks didn't want to go over the cap, that's why they didn't match it. They couldn't match it. So my thing is, and look, I'm not knocking it for getting the money. All I'm saying is he could have got $100 million in New York, and he walked and got way less than $100 million. I know he did because he didn't really play well when he was with the Rockets. So I know he didn't get a lot of endorsement bags either. Right? He might have got some money up front, right? I don't know if they got that here. But the bottom line, what I'm saying is, if it's all about his parents and he wasn't raised that way, right? I'm not brought up on that. My parents, right? This is the quote from Carmelo that he said Lin said. So why did he leave the Knicks and go get that contract from Houston when the Knicks was trying to work with him? And it was the Knicks that helped him get his name up. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. Yeah, he signed with exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was it wasn't up front. What it was the $5 million that he got that first year would have put the Knicks over the cap. So the Knicks couldn't match it. Right? All I'm saying is, if it was about integrity and he's not trying to get the bag, because these guys right here, Baron Davis and Melo, they were trying to get him the bag. Now, of course, like I said, this was according to Melo, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just found that to be odd. I feel like Jeremy Lin's story, it was amazing for the 2 weeks, but honestly, when he left, I kind of just put it on the back burner because, I feel like you should give some credence to the guys that looked out for you, that helped put you on the map, and I feel like he didn't do that. So I got some quotes here. Anything from here? No. Okay, we'll get to that. Hold on, let me just rip this off. Because I got to jumble my notes around because I kind of moved some things around being that I changed the flagship. So, yeah, we're going to get to that Jalen Brunson snub in a second. I know if you guys want to talk about that. I'm just covering some of these other news topics I want to get to. So, all right, let's jump into the next article, y'all. Unless y'all got more to say about. Yeah, it was front loaded. Okay, app. Okay, I hear you. I agree with you. Let's move forward. If whether it was front loaded or not, that wasn't the point. The point was he went to Houston to sign the deal, and he didn't give New York the opportunity to give him a deal that would have been cap friendly. So when Houston gave him the deal, all New York could do was match it, and they couldn't match it. So that's why, and he was restricted. So, but I'm saying in order to make it better, and he would have made a whole lot more money if he would have looked out for the Knicks that first year. They could have got him in at a figure that wouldn't have hurt them in the cap. But he said, screw the Knicks. He just left. So screw Jeremy Lin. That's just how I feel. He left us on bad terms, y'all. It was nasty work. He didn't even give the chance to really talk to him. The Knicks a chance to talk to him. He literally went to Houston, got the offer, and that was it. And then another key to this whole thing was he got the offer knowing the Knicks couldn't match it. So, all right, do I want to talk about some free agents? All right, so look, this is some of the free agents they're talking about for the Knicks, the target. Doug McDermott. First off, why does this guy name keep coming up in deals with the Knicks? I don't know. I don't want Doug McDermott. Why? I mean, he's a good three-point shooter. That's it. Doesn't really do nothing else on the floor. He's a veteran. We're going to sign him so he could be in Evan Fournier's role. I don't agree with that. By the way, if you feel free to chime in the comments if you want to talk about something. Yes, Dolan being upset with him. He was portrayed. I mean, come on, bro. He didn't even tell the Knicks what he wanted. I remember that vividly. I remember him saying, okay, yes, New York, you helped put me on the map, but I'm going to Houston because I guess he was thinking about the Yao Ming effect, being that he's Chinese, they had a market. But so yeah, definitely comment I will respond to all comments, even if I don't do it right away. But yeah, Doug McDermott, yeah, he's a no-go, bro. He's a no-go. And we definitely had him before. I see App comment. Yeah, we already had Doug. I don't need him again. Now, Nicholas Batum is not bad if we don't get nothing else we want. So let's say free agency comes. We can't trade for a star for whatever reason. Right? We can't get some of the other top name free agents for whatever reason. He's not a bad signing. But he's not first on the list. He's a solid veteran. Can shoot the three ball, though he did struggle against us. He is a good defender, though he can't guard Jalen Brunson. Salute to Jalen Brunson. The first team All-NBA snub. We're going to get to that. But this guy right here, I'd say if we can't get nothing, I take Batum. I take him. But he's not my first option. Now, this kid, honestly, if you're looking to get another guard, because I don't know, it's a lot of rumors, and we're going to touch on rumors, but if you can't get certain guards, and you just want, because Alec Burks more than likely is not coming back. I know the Clutch Sports thing, we kind of talked about that a little bit last week, or I'm not sure if we did, maybe we might have, or maybe I was on Facebook or Twitter, something like that. But anyway, this guy right here, by the way, get at me on Twitter too. TOF on fire. I'm on Twitter. I'm kind of popping over there. I'm doing my thing. But this guy right here, he would be a good addition to the team. Again, in that situation, if you can't really get an upgrade, then this guy's not a bad backup. Now, the problem will be, though, if you still have Bojan. Maybe, okay, let's make it, maybe you lose Bojan. Maybe you trade Bojan, and now you need that ninth guy in your rotation. This kid right here is not bad. He's a good defender, right? He definitely could knock down the three ball. But for his career, they do got it. I mean, the three ball has kind of been a late revelation in his game. But I think that in New York, with alongside Brunson and Randle or whatever other star they get, he's going to get a lot of open threes. But the fact that the key thing about him is I believe he's 6'6". No, 6'7". Okay, so he's 6'7". So if you want more length on that wing to kind of replace what Alec Burks was giving you, he's definitely, to me, a better addition because he's younger than Burks, and he's a better defender than Burks. Let's see what AP is talking about in the chat. You don't think the clutch thing is going to be a factor anymore because exactly, and we talked about that on the past pod. Yeah, the whole Clutch Sports and CAA, they kind of like patched it up. You know what I'm saying? They had a good conversation. They could work together. Why not? Right? Even though, Burks signed with them, and there's not a guarantee that the Knicks don't sign him back. Because unless Burks is signing for the low, there might not be a market for him. Because you see this kid right here, Najee Marshall, and it's a lot of younger guys that more than likely will get a look. Especially when you talk about two ways and guys coming out the draft and guys, yeah. Yeah. We'll see. So I'm going to move on to the next article. Like I said, feel free to chat. This is the Memorial Day episode, right? So do I want to get a Jalen Brunson right now? Hold on. Let me just double check. Make sure I hit all my T's, cross all my I's. So I'm going to get to this in a second. I don't want to kind of get here right now. All right, so let me put it back. And now I want to talk about Leon Rose for a second. I have some quotes here I want to read. And I do want to talk about this whole star thing. I'm going to spend some time for that. I don't got an article up for it, but it's fine, right? They're saying that the Knicks owner, James Dolan, he wants the Knicks to get a star. First of all, how many of you guys actually believe that Dolan said that? Because this is a report. Remember, Dolan is not talking to the media, right? I think the last time Dolan talked to the media, he might have gave quote. No, he didn't give quotes on that. The last time he might have talked to the media was the Charles Oakley thing when that came back up. We talked about that on the pod too. So, do you honestly believe right now that James Dolan is putting pressure on Leon Rose when the Knicks is doing so well, right? James Dolan said it back when he hired Phil Jackson that I just hired the guys to do the job now. I sit back when it's time to look at the contract extensions because both Rose and Tibbs definitely are up for contract extensions. So maybe he might come out and say something, but at the same time, the Knicks are not a bad team. I think a lot of people and a lot of the so-called experts are picking the Knicks to be a good team. They're saying the Knicks is on the right path. So as opposed to Cleveland, when you look at Cleveland, for example, who actually technically had a better year this year because they were able to make it to the second round, they still fired JB Bickerstaff. Right? So, but I think that the difference between the two situations is that I feel like there's been some turmoil in that locker room in Cleveland that you don't see in New York. So they were making a big deal about Leon Rose. He declined to hold the in-season media availability, right? And there hasn't been one of these since he actually got the job, right, in 2020. But look at this, though, and I'm going to salute Leon Rose for this. But Leon Rose definitely, not just in 2020 when he last did the big media availability, but he actually spoke to independent media. Salute to independent media, right? He gave us a nod back in 2021. So a lot of people don't like the whole Leon Rose is quiet thing, right? He doesn't talk much. Me, I don't mind it, even though I'm into content, right? I don't mind it because I feel like as long as he's focused on the job at hand, I don't really care what he does. Same thing with James Dolan, right? As long as he's he's willing to cut the checks and he's hiring the right guys to do the job, I don't really care what James Dolan has to say about many things. And he hasn't said anything. This is just reports, right? So it says here, I got a quote here. It says, I'm trying to figure out who this is from. This is from some reporter. It says, the Knicks now are, as ever, in perpetual hunt for another glitzy star, and Dolan, as ever, expects one. That is factual, said a source with ties to the Garden. So someone with ties to the Garden reported to the press that Dolan expects a star. The Rose Wesley team promised him stars. So it's the source is saying stars. So, okay, the question would be, does he see Julius Randle as a star? I don't know. I know Julius Randle's an all-star. I mean, he's a multiple-time All-NBA. So I don't know if those are the stars that Dolan wants, right? And we know Jalen Brunson's a star. He didn't hire them for their experience of running a basketball team. Had the Knicks faltered on the court in the past 2 years, the person added, you've seen the old Knicks that you've seen in the last 24 years, some heads with a roll. See? So even in the actual quote that I just read from a source from the Garden, even in that quote, it shows that Dolan is happy. Because if they didn't do what they did, guys would have been fired. So I don't know if there's, concern with the stars. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let's see. AP. Salute to AP in the building, y'all. AP putting in that work. I love his commentary in the chat. So, let's see. I don't believe for a second James Dolan hasn't been heard from in 4 years. Since Brunson got here, all you see is doing is clapping in this. No, he's in the stand, of course. I mean, he has the right to be in the stands. He owns the building, right? I'm talking about Dolan talking in the press about moves. I'm talking about Dolan actually orchestrating moves because he was doing all these things. He literally would jump into the front office and request them to do certain moves. When Phil Jackson came, you haven't heard Dolan talk about any player personnel moves. That's what I'm talking about, AP. If I wasn't clear, I'm talking about player personnel moves. Dolan is not active in that. He left the job to Phil Jackson, and then he left it to then Scott Perry took over for 1 year, and then Steve Mills took over for 1 year with Perry. Perry was there as he was like the president, but Mills was running the show. But Perry was he was really making the basketball decisions, right? Definitely, especially on the scouting tip. And then when Leon Rose was brought in, they moved Mills over to the other side of being the general manager and let Leon Rose basically take over the entire basketball operations. And then Scott Perry was the scout. He really was the scout. He was behind a lot of their good picks. But that's what I'm talking about when I say that. Let's see. I'm fine with Leon Rose as long as Leon Rose is working. Yo, listen. Leon, first of all, and I'm going to get these shirts done, by the way, guys. And Leon Rose, we trust. I'm going to get those shirts done, right? I have full faith in Leon Rose in all the decisions he makes. Now, did he make mistakes? Yes, we talked about some of his mistakes on the podcast, right? I don't want to rehash them now. But he has done an A1 job. He has all of our guys, all right, so besides OG Anunoby, because his contract is pending, and Hartenstein, we don't know, and we don't even know if he's going to be a starter. We don't know what's going to happen, right? But when you look at the starting lineup, I'm going to throw Mitch in there because Mitch was a starter before he got hurt. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, can't count OG yet. If you want to put Josh Hart in there, put Josh Hart in there. Dante, Jalen Brunson. All of those guys are underpaid. And I'm not saying that he's finessing these guys. What I'm saying is when he gave Jalen Brunson, all right, let's start with Brunson. When he gave Brunson his contract, right? No one thought that Brunson would be where he's at. Same thing with Julius Randle. No one thought he would be where he was at with the multiple All-Stars on NBA when he signed his $100 million deal, right? Dante DiVincenzo, $46 million, looking like a huge discount. This guy broke the three-point record. Josh Hart with his hustle and heart, literally the hustle and heart, that $80 million look like it's nothing. So it's in Leon Rose we trust. He don't have to talk to the media. He just needs to talk with other teams or with his players or with the free agencies. That's it. You don't need with him and William Wesley, Worldwide Wesley, handle the business. Let's see, AP. Since Dolan became in charge of the Knicks, only thing he ever wanted was the team to make the playoffs. That's because he had bums on the team. I'm gonna say this. I think James Dolan wants to win a championship. And I talked about this. I have a pod that's dedicated to James Dolan. Definitely you can check out some of the past episodes. It's in the playlist. And I talked about how I felt about Dolan. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I really exhausted a lot of energy on that. But I'm going to say this. James Dolan, he cares about the Knicks. He wants the Knicks to win a championship. I disagree with him just winning the playoffs. The Knicks make money no matter what. I don't think you go out and spend, $60 million on Phil Jackson just to put butts in seats. He didn't have to do that. He could have literally got a GM for a quarter of that price. And they probably would have did a better job than Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson did a terrible job when he had the ownership. But he did that based off of who Phil Jackson's name is. Right? He wouldn't have went out and got Isaiah Thomas when he went to get Isaiah Thomas. Though, like I said, at that time, Dolan was a little bit more involved, especially in the media. But Dolan has shown he was willing to spend the money, right? And to be honest, Dolan is still willing to spend the money. I think the reason why the Knicks are so tight with the pocketbook, that's Leon Rose. Leon Rose is running that show. Dolan does not care about the bread. If we were able to get a Devin Booker, right, that was mentioned earlier in the chat, I don't think Dolan's not going to sign off on it. Or some other superstar that, like a Joel Embiid. I don't think Dolan's not going to sign off on a $60 million Joel Embiid contract. I just, me personally, I don't see it. I know Dolan has gotten a lot of bad rap, but one thing I'm not going to say that he doesn't want this team to win. I definitely think that he definitely wants his team to win. But look at this, right? So when we talk about Leon Rose, right? Brunson has reached or exceeded Mitchell's level of star. I think he's exceeded it in 1 year. And for $10 million less per year. So Leon Rose managed to get a guy that's better than Donovan Mitchell for $10 million less. That also adds to what I'm talking about. But it would be too glib to call this the case of luck. Yes, they wanted Mitchell, though there was some internal debate, but sources say they took a disciplined approach to negotiations, deciding to start that they would not gut their cachet of assets, both draft picks and young players, to get him. The Knicks had an understanding of where the line was, and this is according to a source, so they could continue adding pieces if they landed Mitchell. So first off, salute to Leon Rose on that, deciding to not to go over the deep end to get Donovan Mitchell. And having the foresight to see Jalen Brunson being a guy who can actually step into, maybe not to the level he's at now. I don't think no one could saw that, but he definitely was. So, and then to go back to what AP, I'm talking about with AP, Leon Rose always was he was definitely a low-key dude, even when he was an agent. Right? I have a source that says that here too. Right? So a couple of more quotes. Now, another thing about Leon Rose. Those trends have reversed under Rose front office, which he stocked with the seasoned basketball executives, including, look at the guys he brought in. Walt Perrin, Gerson Rosas, Brock Aller, who's the contract dude, right? And Frank Zanin, all whom had success elsewhere. So he brought winning mentality. Even when you look at the players he got, bringing in Brunson and Harden, those guys coming from the Villanova school, right? Bringing in OG Anunoby, he was a champion, right? Dante also won an NBA championship too, right? Just bringing a whole bunch of winners to the fold. Bojan, someone that made the playoffs every year up until the last year in Detroit. So, Leon Rose has done a phenomenal job. Let's see. Anything else? All right. Oh, another thing, too, if you want to talk about it. And the absence of Mitchell's hefty contract made it easier for the Knicks to add value role players such as Dante, Hart, and to acquire OG Anunoby. They're talking about Mitchell Robinson's contract. And that helped the team become better. Once again, like I said, we already went through this. You look at the starting five, not counting OG, they all have contracts on a discount. Let's keep it real. So we at that 50-minute mark. Rain is coming down. Let's see what AP's talking about. Salute to AP in the chat, man. Definitely doing your thing, man. Dolan's going to do whatever Leon tells him. This is the most peace of mind he's ever had. Of course. That's what I'm saying, AP. You got to understand that, Dolan basically is like, yo, I'm a billionaire. I got a rock band. I got other stuff I could be doing. I don't need to be worried about the Knicks. I'm going to hire the guys, and they're going to take care of that job. So, yeah. So, we on the same page, AP. Salute to you, man. All right. And to anybody else entering the building, this is This Week Inside the New York Knicks, Episode 1, the off-season edition, right? And we're talking about a whole wide range of topics. I'm on Leon Rose right now. Getting ready to get into flagship. I know it's a little late into the show, but we're going to jump into flagship mode now because I know a lot of people probably coming in, and then we got rumors. So, yeah, we're going to go over the 50-minute mark, of course, the live show. But we definitely will hit a lot of good topics. So all the people just joining in, you're not late. The AP says they were watching Brunson for years. I remember hearing his name 2 years before they got him. I knew him as Rick Brunson's son. Leon knows who he's targeting. That's a fact. Leon Rose, to me, is probably a top 5 GM right now. He's up there with the Thunder GM. He's up there with a lot of these guys. Dallas, right? Minnesota. I mean, when you just look at what he's done with the Knicks in 4 years, the Knicks are literally a household name, just like that. And if it was not for injuries, we would be battling it out right now with the Celtics, giving them that work. I truly believe that. We had, I even said this on the last pod, forget OG and those guys. If you had Randle, shoot, I think we could give the Celtics a run, especially without Porzingis, for sure. Definitely would give them a run. So I want to jump into flagship, though. So I got an article here talking about Jalen Brunson. All right, he got his surgery, right? Successful surgery. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. They'll come back reevaluate. But it's off season, so we don't care. And he's not going to the World Cup, unfortunately. But fortunately, because honestly, half of the guys that's playing for the Olympic team, they shouldn't even go, bro. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton. Look at he just got hurt, right? Who else? Kawhi Leonard. Come on, bro. These guys shouldn't. These guys got injuries, bro. My thing is, if you couldn't play to your best of abilities in the playoffs to 100%, you shouldn't even go to the World Cup. So I'm actually glad that Grant Hill made the mistake and not taking Jalen Brunson. So he got the surgery, right? So a couple of things with this contract, right? So there's a lot of conflicting reports, right? Maybe not so conflicting, but there's a lot of stuff that's kind of interesting. Let's see if I got one here. Got any quotes here, right? Okay. All right, so that's in a whole nother article. Okay, so let's jump into the next article then. Let's see where I got it. 1 second. All right, yeah, bet this article right here. So look, Jalen Brunson open to $156 million Knicks contract, right? Could get $270 million. Now, I've heard anywhere from that 270 to if he waits till next year, he could actually sign up to $315 million, right? Oh, this is I just caught myself. Before I jump into flagship, I'm gonna talk about the contract for a second. Right? Then I'm gonna get into the All NBA stuff. But I don't know what to believe because honestly, if Jalen Brunson signs to that 156, now remember this article was 6 days ago. So, but this is Steve Popper, who's an official dude for Newsday, right? He says that all indications are that Brunson is willing to sign a 4-year, $156 million extension this offseason, right? But you have the chance at the 5-year, 270. So, but I seen, like I said, 310. So, you know what I did, right? I said, you know what? Brunson should sign for a range in between the 156 and the 270, closer to the 270. I think that Brunson should get a 5-year, 220. 5-year, 220. I think that that's the best deal we should get. And then we could do the whole Brock Aller thing where we front load it, put the maximum amount in the beginning, or we don't have to do that. We could flip it the other way. I think it depends on what star they trying to sign. I don't know the other moves they're gonna make, right? But what do you guys think on the contract? Do you think Jalen Brunson gonna give us a nice hometown discount? I think that the number is not gonna be 156. I think that's too low because honestly, they might have to give OG Anunoby the 156, and I don't think that Brunson and OG are on the same pay scale. Right? I say 5-year, 220. I think that's fair. So let me move along. Let's see if I got any more contract stuff. Okay, I do got this OG stuff. Let's touch on OG right quick, right? So here's the thing with OG. And here's why sometimes too much success in a short period of time can kind of bite you on your butt, can come back to bite you, right? So look, so basically, because OG Anunoby has been playing so well, right? There's a lot of rumors that he may consider other teams' contracts just to have negotiations to see where they're at. I'm concerned about that because you got a lot of slide teams, right? Like a OKC, they got great management. You never know. They could convince him to go jump ship, right? So check this out. This is why OG, his situation is kind of interesting. OG's on and off splits with the Knicks were insane, right? Check this out. With OG on the floor, the Knicks scored 122.6 points per 100 possessions, right? That's higher than the league-leading Celtics, right? They allowed 100.9 points per 100 possessions. That's lower than the league-leading Wolves. This is why he's on the floor, right? He posted a net rating of plus 21.7. To sum it up, with OG on the court, New York somehow operated as the most efficient, effective offensive team in the NBA and the best, stingiest defensive team in the league. During that same stretch with OG on the bench, the Knicks averaged 115.7 points. So look at the differential on that. That's a what is that? That's a 7-point differential. And then they also allowed 120 points per 100 possessions. So yeah, that's a net rating of minus 4.7. So his impact on the floor has really made the negotiations a lot harder, even with the injuries. The man was putting up historic advanced stats. Forget his regular stats. His advanced stats were on a historic level. So, the OG Anunoby quagmire is, do you give him the 160 for 4 years? Now, if you give him the 160 for 4 years, that definitely hurts your ability to trade or to sign. That's definitely signing a star. That's out the window with that deal. But even trading a star now, it's going to be a little harder. The Knicks have a decision to make. That's why I'm with the run it back campaign. Forget trading for a star. Give OG the money. And whatever mid-level exception that you would have left, go and get you one of those guys we talked about earlier. A Nicholas Batum, right? Some of the Najee Marshall dude, right? Go get you somebody like that just to fill out your roster. And just come back with the same team. You're going to have to go well over the salary cap to do it. James Dolan, he's good for it. We just talked about Dolan. You missed it. We just talked about him. He's definitely good for it. I mean, what do you guys think about this OG stuff? It's kind of crazy. And check this out. To make it even better, this guy was willing to play hurt. He was adamant about playing in the Game 7. Right? A lot of people say, oh, he has low pain tolerance and all these things, but he wanted to play. Let's see what you guys talk about in the chat. Leon's going to make sure Brunson gets paid. That's his godson. Well, the amount he gets paid is going to definitely impact the team. If he gets that 310 or the 270, is going to make trading for a star virtually not impossible, but very hard, unless you're going to give up Randle, which you could always give up Randle or OG. You know, you could always do it. But I'm just saying you're not going to have that team that you want out. James Dolan went on Michael K. show, said he's bad at running the team. Yeah. He had to get a guy in there. Yep. And that's why I give James Dolan. Matter of fact, salute James Dolan. I know that a lot of you good Knicks fans, y'all might jump off the screen. Y'all don't like James Dolan. None of this happens without James Dolan. If he doesn't go after Phil Jackson, that doesn't lead to getting Leon Rose and Scott Perry. The guy is willing to put the ball in other guys' hands. Now, before that, he was bad because he was making bad decisions. I give you that. But salute to A. You know what, AP? I'm gonna have to make you a mod. I'm gonna make AP a mod, man. Definitely getting moderator status, man. I like what you're saying in the chat, man. You're definitely doing your thing. AP, you're now officially a mod on the channel. Salute to AP. He's doing his thing in the chat. Definitely, he's on point. And AP, man, join the Discord too, man. I'd love to have you on the Discord server. I switch it back to go back. Look, see, you can scan the barcode. Go to this website right here, www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. AP, I need you up in there, man. I like your commentary. Links in the chat. Links in the comments. I mean, in the description as well. Let's see what AP else is talking about. And notice how Coach didn't show up. I'm disappointed in you, Coach. Coach, you're supposed to show up because I was going to give you that Karl Anthony Towns work. Let's see. They're going to be locked in before the cap rises. Yeah, I feel you, AP, but in terms of cap rising, we're looking at a 3-year window right now because if the reports are true, Jay Dolan, like, hey, he's like, I don't know if it's true or not, but also, these guys, they're still young, but you want to get it in the next 3 years. We don't want to delay our efforts to waiting to when is the new AP? When is the new cap money, TV money coming in? Is that within the next 2 years or is that this year? Wait a minute. Oh, that might be this year because we talked about TNT might be out of here because the NBC basically unloaded a Brinks truck, multiple $billion deal. So, oh yeah, that cap there. You're right. That cap probably gonna go up. So all of this is probably not gonna even matter. But we're gonna move forward. I'm gonna jump in the flagship because it's getting late, rainy. It's Memorial Day. We want to hang out and chill, even if it's in the crib. So all right, so we're gonna get to the flagship. So we in flagship. All right, now we're gonna talk about the snub. Now, I'm gonna say this off rip. I don't understand how Jalen Brunson could be top 5 in MVP voting and not make All NBA team, first team. I don't understand it. I don't like it. It's just, a lot of former players complain that the voting system in terms of awards is broken, and this is an example. So first off, we're gonna give a salute to Stephen A. Smith. He's definitely been holding us down, even in defeat. He understands that we were hurt, but Stephen A. Smith says that he believes that Brunson should have got it over Luka Doncic. Honestly, me personally, as a Knicks fan, even though I'm the objective Knicks fan, I don't care. I don't give a damn who you take off the list. Brunson should be on the list. All right, maybe Luka, Jokic, SGA deserve to be on the team, but anybody else, I feel like it's fair game, right? So Stephen A. Smith, right? He said even ahead of Luka Doncic, right? An option that he calls sacrilegious. And honestly, Stephen A. Smith, with the way these playoffs is going, man, that comment looks crazy. I am not going to say Luka Doncic, even though Stephen A. is my man. I cannot say that is sacrilegious to put the man on the first team. Right? He said, I wasn't shocked, but upon reflection, I definitely thought that Jalen Brunson deserved to be on the first team. That we agree on. Right? But look at Doncic's numbers. 33 points, 9.2 rebounds, career high 9.8 assists. That's first team. You can't take that man off the first team. I'm sorry. Luka belongs on the first team, y'all. Right? So yeah, let's see. Stephen A. also says, to be quite honest with you, I had Jalen Brunson on second team, but I regret doing that. Hey, hold on. Smith didn't even... Oh, get Stephen A. Smith for the hell up out of here. Wait a minute. To be honest with you, I had Brunson on the second team, but I regret doing that. Now, to be fair, this voting is before the playoffs and all of that. So Brunson in the playoffs definitely took everybody. They was like, yo, that guy Brunson is official, right? So to give him, I give him that. But how you go from calling it sacrilegious? He said it's sacrilegious, but he voted for him to be on the second team. Stephen A., I can't rock with Stephen A. I'm sorry, man. Stephen A., you my mans in them. Man, you my mans in $100,000, but I can't ride with him on that one. He was tripping. So of course, these are the 5 here, right? So if we establish that Tatum, Jokic, SGA, and now Luka, they all deserve to be on the first team, Who is the odd man out? Who is the odd man out? Right? Who's the odd man out to you? I'm going to get rid of this guy right here. Jason Tatum. I think that Jalen Brunson should be over the first team. He should be on the first team over Jason Tatum. Giannis belongs there. Giannis was putting up crazy numbers, right? The coaching change and all of that, but Giannis numbers is crazy, right? Can't take Giannis off the team. Can't take but Jason Tatum, he's out of here. And I could tell you why. We're going to look at Jason Tatum's numbers. So, yes, he played in 74 games. His team, they won, 60-something games? Right? So, they won like 60-something games, right? But let's look at Jason Tatum's numbers, right? And anytime you get somebody on your team, right, and he got 2 All-Stars on his team, your numbers are going to dip. Let's face it. All-NBA team is about numbers. It's not about team success either. Though we do factor it in, but the numbers is what really counts to me. Like I said, I don't get how you're in top 5 voting for MVP, but you're not top 5 for All-NBA. That's just ridiculous, right? But look at Tatum's numbers, y'all. Got to highlight it here, right above my head. Got 26 points. He dropped 4 points from where he was last year. All his numbers are down. Even though the team has had greater success, his numbers are down. His scoring numbers is down, meaning he's doing less. And I respect it. Because when you got the number 1 team in the league, you shouldn't have to do all the things that he's doing. He's literally walking to the finals, bro. He doesn't even have to play his A game. Think about it. The Celtics are cruising to the finals. They played an injured Miami team with Jimmy Butler out. Then they play a hobbled Cleveland team without their center, and Mitchell played half of the series. Now they're going up against the Pacers, who just lost Halliburton. Even though they played really well in Game 3, right, to a degree, right, before it kind of fell apart. You know, they're playing against teams that don't even have their best player, bro, the Celtics. That's why I think the Celtics are going to get cooked in the finals, because even though the Mavs are doing right now what they're doing to the Wolves, the Mavs are battle-tested, man. They played the Clippers. They played the number 1 seeded Thunder, and they made easy work of the Timberwolves. That's a whole nother story. But the bottom line is, the Mavericks have been in more battles, bro. Like, their level, like the Boston Celtics, I don't even think are playing to the level because they're playing against teams that are just mediocre, bro. So, to take it back to Tatum and this whole All-NBA stuff, he was All-NBA last year, and he was 4th in MVP voting. But the last major key for me is that he was 6th in the vote. They gave Brunson the vote, bro. They gave Tatum the 6th spot in the MVP vote. But he gets the NBA team. The voting system is broken. It's broken. Let me see what this chat talking about. Oh, man. AP going at Stephen A. Smith. He's a phony. He should be first, but I didn't vote for him. Yeah, AP... I'm not going to say Stephen A. is a phony. That's my dude. You know, he straight out of Queens. He's on TV. You know, he has a lot of responsibility, right? I strongly disagree with him on a couple of things. But he's definitely off the money with that. You can't say it's sacrilegious and then they'll vote. But we can't disrespect Stephen A. That's still the OG. I'm not sure how old you are, AP, but he's definitely still the OG. I can't really do it. Let's see. Boston Celtics are going to have a real problem with these guys. I agree. And Tatum's going to really have to bring his A game. But let me tell you the difference, right? Before we get back to wrap up this flagship. Jason Tatum, 6'9". Most of the time, he has the size advantage. Because he technically, it's kind of positionless basketball, but a lot of times he's matched up with the 4s, right? But most fours can't guard him. So what teams do, like the Knicks would do, they'll throw OG on him. So now he has, well, OG is a good defender, so I'm not even going to use OG as an example. So like when he goes up against Kelly Oubre for the Philadelphia, right? If he goes up against, who else is out there? Neesmith. This is just the current example that we have right now. He's bigger than these guys. My thing with Tatum is that he takes bad shots, bro. And they're not even like good bad shots. Like when I say good, all right, so you see Luka? Luka is a good bad shot taker. Luka is doing step backs from 26 feet out. But he hits it with such efficiency. And it's a step back. So yeah, it's a tough shot to shoot a step back from 26 feet out. That's difficult just by itself. Forget the other dynamics of a hand and face and all of that. But Tatum is spinning in his shots. Half of his shots, he's spinning on a fadeaway. You're 6'9". I don't understand it. And yeah, Dallas is going to have those wing defenders. We don't know what KP is going to be like now. Dallas losing Lively's a blow. But remember, Boston doesn't play big. So they can get by with Gafford and the other guy. I think, what's his name? Not Kleber, because Kleber's hurt. Powell. They could get by with that against Boston, who doesn't play big, who doesn't care to rebound. You know, my thing with Boston and with a lot of teams where they're going to struggle is guarding Kyrie and Luka. Especially Kyrie playing like how Kyrie, he's activating that championship days where he was with LeBron and he had to put up all those numbers in the finals. It's going to be tough for them to beat that. But I just don't get it. Outside of the Timberwolves, there's no team. Yo, facts. Yo, AP. Honestly, salute to AP, man. Nick Nation, right? I can't root for no one. First, you know what else it is too? Because this is a Knick podcast. I know we ventured off. It's the off season, so we might venture a little bit. But look, you know what I can't get with, yo? The Knicks should be here. That's what makes it hard for me to root for anybody, because I feel like the Knicks should be in these games. Right? If the Knicks wasn't that good, then maybe you might find another team that you like. Not that you're a fan of them, but like you could rock with them because, your team is not that good. But the Knicks is a really good team, bro. The Knicks are showing, when healthy, what they could do. We honestly would be, I think, headed to the finals with just Julius Randle. Forget everybody else. If Julius Randle was healthy, I'm talking about 100% healthy. I'm not talking about shoulder injury, ankle injury. I'm talking about the Randle that was putting up the 25, the 10, and the 5. You give me that Randle in the playoffs. We're cooking these. If you think Pascal Siakam is putting in work, you put Randle with Brunson, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. So that's another thing that makes it hard for me to root for these teams. I don't really root for nobody. In fact, 3 of the teams I can't stand. I can't stand the Mavs because I feel like they kind of cheat coded us. But honestly, I'm low key pulling for the Mavs. I'm a Duke fan. I can't lie. I do rock with Duke, so they got 2 Duke Blue Devils. I know Jason Tatum is a Blue Devil, but I could never root for Boston. They're the arch rivals. They're the ops, the enemy for life, so I could never root for Boston ever. Would I consider that? Indiana Pacers, same thing. They're a rival for life. I was actually alive to see every series, right? I saw every Pacers series, so I'm old enough to remember and hate them, so I can never root for the Pacers. That, to me, is the public enemy number 1, right? So, yeah, that's just not happening. And the T-Wolves is kind of neutral because the Knicks don't have battles with T-Wolves. And honestly, the T-Wolves, was it the T-Wolves that gave us? No, that wasn't the T-Wolves. That was the Warriors. But we don't have no beef with the T-Wolves, to be honest. They're the only team that we don't have no actual history of nothing with. So that's why I wouldn't care if they did what they had to do. I like Ant-Man too. I think Ant-Man is good. And I think this is going to be a learning lesson for him. So it's just like, it's hard to watch as a Knicks fan. Oh, man. Hold up. I'm extending the podcast, y'all. Hold up. We cover flagship, right? We cover flagship. Coach, the man I wanted to see. Salute the coach, man. Once again, salute the coach. Coach is somebody who he always tunes in the pod every week. He has a lot of stuff. And AP, I'm glad we're talking about Minnesota because, Coach, you need to step up to the plate. In fact, you know what I'm going to do, right? We're going to go completely off topic, right? Since Coach just arrived. And now we're going to pull up his man's Karl Anthony Towns. Coach, Do not duck and hide. Do not duck and hide. Coach is someone that wants us to trade for Karl Anthony Towns. I hate to call you out like this, Coach. You my man, but I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to get the smoke because you're the one that always says we should get Towns. And your man's Towns definitely has let you down. And he's let down the entire city of Minnesota. Okay? And I'm going straight to the game log. Right? Hold on. Let me make sure we're in the playoffs, right? We're going straight to these playoff games. Okay, yeah, we here. All right. So look, Coach, your man Towns. First of all, I'm gonna start by asking you a question. Do you still want this guy? Coach, do you still want Karl Anthony Towns? Do not hide. Do not duck in the chat. I know AP's my man holding it down. But, Coach, you need to step up to the plate. Is this your leader? 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns, the all-star, former All-NBA player. He's shooting 28% from the field, Coach. Where you at, Coach? He's shooting 0% from downtown in Game 3. He's 0 for 8. He's a 7-footer. He's a 7-footer that has about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches on PJ Washington. And he refuses to put this man in the basket. Then when he does start to drive a little bit in the second half, he can't make a basket. Now, I think he did draw a couple of fouls, right? Let's see. He had 5 free throws. That's not good enough, y'all. Coach, where you at? I need you in this chat, Coach. I completely derailed my show for you, man. I did this. This was the coach segment, right? This is his man's. He keeps saying, yo, we need to trade Randle for him. He wants Randle over Towns. We're going to look at some of these playoff performances, bro. Game 2, 4-16 from the field, 25%. What you talking about, AP? Let's see. We need guys that are going to show up for these elimination games, and that's not what he did yesterday. Facts, AP. Oh, all right, Coach. No problem. You just reset your phone, Coach. No problem. I'm going to reset what I was at. I'm going to ask the question again. This is why this is good. This is real time, Coach. Coach says he still wants Towns. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me hit the Boston Bells, man. We about to go in. I got the dog growl, too. I lost it. Let's see. You still want Towns? Players had bad. Are we talking about a bad game, Coach? Do you see what he did in the entire round? He had 15 points on 4-16 shooting. 1 of 5 from downtown. Then he had 16 points on 6 of 20 shooting. 2 of 9 from downtown. No, Coach. No, we're not talking about Ant. We're talking about Towns, brother. Now, respect to you, Coach, because you did say that you still want him. No, I take Ant. No, we're not talking about Ant. But Ant is definitely somebody who I would take. No, we're not talking about. Oh, could you imagine Karl Anthony Towns? Could you imagine Ant-Man with Brunson? Oh, that'd be crazy. That'll be insane because Brunson could do all the early scoring, right? Edwards could play all the defense, get his shots, get his lobs, his dunks. That'd be crazy, but that's not gonna happen. AP, I was going to AP. Yo, salute to AP. Yo, AP, you are the man. Because we're about to get into rumors. So why not talk about Karl Anthony Towns, the man that's in every rumor every summer when it comes to the Knicks. So we still on the Knicks, y'all, talking about Towns. I know some people dropped off because they didn't want to talk about Towns. And to be honest, I ain't mad at you. Towns he's suspect. He's fooled. Oh, but Coach, man, you're missing one key detail, Coach. And we talked about this, if not last week, definitely before. Randle played hurt, Coach, and had surgery. Towns already had surgery. Towns already had surgery. I mean, what other injuries does Town have? To be fair, let's pull it up. I don't know any other injuries he had after the surgery. I know he might have tweaked it. Hold on. Karl Anthony Towns, injuries, right? And then we're going to go to our, I believe it's Fox Sports. Let's see. Yeah, Fox Sports, right? I bet. So we're going to pull up. Let's see. Where's the injuries at? Anthony Towns. Yeah, here we go. Bam. Injuries right here. See, this is why I love research mode. We put it all on the screen. Right. So this is his last injury. So look. He had the meniscus, right? He had the surgery, right? He did what he had to do. Came back, playoffs. I'm not even sure he had the surgery. The bottom line is, the man has no other injuries on his report. So we're not using injuries as an excuse. Julius Randle literally had surgery. In fact, Julius Randle, and I know there's probably no reports on this that I could pull from, but based on the surgery he had for the level of ankle sprain that Julius Randle had, he could have honestly opted to get the surgery instead of coming back. The reason why Julius Randle didn't play well, he had to get the surgery. And so look, Randle's only been in 2 playoffs. His first playoffs was a dud too. Not saying Randle doesn't have to play better in the playoffs. But Towns' numbers, when you compare Towns' numbers to Randle's numbers, Randle is killing him. Especially like AP said, when you talk about the amount of money this man makes, we talking about $60 million, coach? You want to give this guy $60 million in the Knicks uniform? Come on, coach. I hate to do this to you, man. But yeah, because coach is my man. He ride with me every week. Salute the coach once again, man. This is just family, family spatter. We just going back and forth talking this basketball talk on the Memorial Day holiday. Hopefully you enjoying the show. Definitely hit the chat. We having a little live debate right now, right? So look at Randle's numbers, bro. This is Randle's numbers this season. 24, 9.2, and 5. He probably would have finished with 10 rebounds because he started rebounding the ball better at a better clip. If you look at his numbers towards the middle to the end of the season, well, the end of his season, of course, not the end of the season because he didn't play the whole year, his numbers was improving. So just based off of the numbers alone, Randle's numbers is better than Towns, bro. He's giving you the 21, right? The 8 and the 3. Right? Now, hold on. Let me just make sure it's not career numbers. Let's make sure it's not career numbers. Hold on. So we go to stats. Right? 18 per game. Is this the playoffs? Hold on. I don't want the playoff numbers. All right, we're going to go to another site. Because I want to do it. I know it's around 20 points, though. I know it's not higher than Randle. I know Randle averages way more points than Towns. But that 18 points might be the playoffs, which is terrible, by the way. All right, so you see that 18 points? Well, hold on. We're going to get there. Hold on. I'm going to make it official. Karl Anthony Towns, when's the last time he had a good playoff? Right? We're going to unpack that right now. Right? Since we're going to talk about Randle's 2 playoffs, right? Yeah, so he did the 21-8 is this season for the record, right? 21-8 is this season, coach, right? So we're going to go to the playoffs. The 18 points in the playoffs is this season's playoffs, right? But look at his playoff history, coach. This is what I'm talking about, man. You got to get the research mode, man. Look at his playoff history. So he's been in 2 more playoffs than Randle, right? So he had the 21, which was his best playoff year. That was the 2022, right? 2023, same thing. Let's look at Randle, right? We're going to go to Randle, right? All right, so this is Julius Randle. We're going to go to per game, right? We're going to go to playoffs, right? And look, I'm not vouching. Look, Randle, I'm not saying Randle played well in the playoffs. What I'm tackling right now is you're talking about Towns over Randle. So that's what we're comparing, right? Now, I already explained the way that the 2023 season, man played on a bad ankle. Probably shouldn't have played, but because he wanted to be a team leader, right? He wanted to be there for his guys, right? That's why he played. Let's see what coach is saying. Okay, look. Coach says see, coach, this is why you should have been on the show earlier. Because me and AP, we broke that down, right? We talked about Dolan's pockets. Dolan is not the problem. Dolan is willing to spend the bread. The problem is with the cap restrictions, right? Right now, I know the new TV deal. AP did bring up the new TV deal, so maybe the cap may be a lot more. I'm not sure if they released the number yet. They might have. Or even the following year, forget next season, even like the 26th season, right? It still inhibits your ability to bring players. Because look, if Randle's getting $30 million, that $30 million can go to another player. Instead, you're giving this guy Towns, $60 million. He ain't doing double Randle's work. He's not. And when you look at the regular season, right, Randle was putting up better numbers than him. It's just a fact, bro. This is Towns' numbers, right? This is Towns' regular season. And by the way, not even to hop off the playoff. Towns' playoff numbers is not impressive, bro. It really isn't. Towns hasn't done nothing in the playoffs. So if Randle hasn't done nothing in the playoffs, Towns hasn't done nothing in the playoffs. Let's see. So, wait, you said that you saying that Towns is better than Randle in the paint, threes and free throws? Better in the paint when? I know you're not talking about this season. There's no way he's better in the paint this season. Because look, we got the numbers right here. Right? So look, this is Karl Anthony Towns, right? All right, 2-point shots. He's 5 out of 10, 55%. Okay, so he might be better than Randle. I don't think Randle's shooting 55% from 2-point range. All right, so look, so this is Randle's 2 points. Oh, it is the same. Randle's is basically 7 of 13 from 2-pointers. 3-pointers, Randle didn't have the best 3-point shooting year. But here's the difference, though, Coach. Randle at least will take it to the basket. What the hell is Towns doing? Towns has a guy who's 6'8". If that, hold on, let's pull him up. I love research mode. Bear with us, guys. We talking about rumors, Karl Anthony Towns now, and versus Julius Randle. So we kind of still on topic. Offseason is going to be a little all over the place. You know, different topics arise, right? So we're going to pull up PJ Washington, right? I want his real height. So let's see. We're going to get his real height right now. Let's go to Basketball Reference. PJ Washington is 6'7". What do you think Randle would do to PJ Washington, bro? What do you think Julius Randle is going to do to PJ Washington? I wish I could pull it up. PJ Randle versus PJ Washington as the matchups. I'm not going to do all of that. But what do you think that Bro, if Randle is missing shots, he's putting you in the basket. We've seen him do that multiple times. Karl Anthony Towns is a letdown. This guy thinks he's the best shooting big man of all time. I guess, okay, maybe. I don't know, right? I doubt it. Not shooting like how he's shooting in the playoffs. That's just my point, Coach. I know we could agree to disagree. I know my job ain't to talk Coach off the ledge. You know, Karl Anthony Towns is his man, right? That's his man's in them. He's been following them since back in the days, you know, tri-state area days, Jersey days, New York days, right? Well, Jersey days, right? Hold on, let me go back. Let me go. I'm gonna go back to these playoffs though. But I mean, come on, Coach. I mean, even if we go, okay, so against Denver, he had some really good games. Definitely had some good games against Denver. Phoenix, I'm not going to care about Phoenix because that series was a wash. But in the Western Conference Finals, no Benno. And like AP said, I can't do it, man. I can't trade a guy who's making double but ain't giving me double the production. Now, if I'm getting Joel Embiid, right, at $60 million, doing the deal. But Towns is not worth it, man. Let's see. Towns actually made both better, but Towns played in more playoffs, though, Coach. So, stop the shooting guards regularly put. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that. The shooting guards in Boston, Coach. All right, that's why I like game laws. Let's go to the game laws. Let's see what. I know he definitely had a bad game against because we actually did a live play-by-play for one of those Boston games. So hold on, let's pull it up. We're going to pull up the logs, coach. And we're going to sort it so we can see Boston. No, he had two. Let me see. So, wait, hold on. He shot 46%. I mean, we lost all the games, right? We definitely lost. And, hold on. This game here, December, might have been a... No, wait, was that the close game? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the exact score of this game. Yeah, that was a close game. That game against Boston. So, all right, so this game, hold on, let me get it back. So this game right here was a close game, right? He had 20. He had 5 rebounds. Not bad. He shot 46% from the floor. This game, he had 25. Was this the first game? Yeah, this was the first. No, this wasn't the first game. This was the second game against Boston. I think this might have been a blowout. Yeah, this is when we got smacked. So, yeah, the second game against Boston, we got smacked. So the whole team was bad. I mean, you can't put that on Randle. You know? And then the last game, he didn't have a good game. Okay. But that's Boston. You know, Boston is the second best, the top 3 defense in the league? What is Towns doing right now against a team? Yo, do you understand that Dallas doesn't play no defense? You talking about the Celtics. Dallas, I mean, they're playing defense in the playoffs. Don't get that twisted. They definitely, they step their defense, but they're not known as a defensive team. Listen, coach, it don't even matter, bro. Your man is a 7-footer, and he's scared to take it to the basket, bro. And then when he takes it to the basket, he don't even make the shot. Bro, look at his percentage from 2-pointers. We're gonna go right back to Towns. Right? We're gonna go right back to Towns. Look what he's shooting. So he was 0-8 from 3. Right? Oh, he was 50% from 2s. So that means if he was 0-8 from 3, that means he was 5 or 10 from, because he didn't make a 3-pointer. So he needs to do more of that. But your man is just, I mean, he's at the post game smiling and stuff. I mean, yo, this dude, I don't want to do like, do you think if Julius Randle is down 3-0 in a playoff series, he gonna be smiling? Come on, bro. I know this is our man, Tri-State. He from Jersey. Salute to the entire Tri-State. You know what I'm saying? We represent. But the money is just bro. I was impressed. It was in B. He put up those numbers. Yeah, AP. Yo, let me tell you something. If Joel Embiid wanted $70 million, I'm giving it to him. Joel Embiid is the real deal. Joel Embiid is going to show up. He played hurt against the Knicks, and the Knicks also have a pretty good defense, too. 2 7-footers that we threw at him. If you're going to trade for a $60 million guy, let's pull it up. Because we still on top, but we talking about free. Now we talking about contracts, trades, rumors, all of that. Let's look at top NBA salaries, right? We're going to go through the list. Top NBA salaries real quick. And we're gonna say trade or no trade. All right? That's what we're going to do. Because Towns, $60 million, bro, I'm not doing it, bro. Let's see. 2023, let's see this. This might be a good one. Let's see. Okay. All right, bet. So, all right, where we at? Where's my man's Towns at? All right, so Towns. Oh, so all right, so hold on. Just to be clear on Towns, I think that $60 million kicks in next year, right? Just to be fair on Towns, hold on. I think it kicks in next year. Let me see if I know Basketball Reference got the contracts towards the bottom. Let's see. We're going to pull out that man's paper. Yeah, so yeah, that $50 million, see all of that? That $60 million, that kicks in, that's getting ready to kick in. So, but we still going to use this list. All right? So, $51 million. Steph Curry, if the Suns were willing to do a trade today, I already know the answer. Will you take Steph Curry with the $51 million? Yes or no? Yeah, I see it, Coach. I'm working with you. All right, $40 million, $50 million. Okay, it's the same. $60 and $50 million is the same to me, bro. I mean, hell, if you say, yo, I was gonna give you $60 million, but I'm gonna give you 50, I'm gonna take the 50. All right, all right. So, no, we're not going to take Steph Curry only because we got Brunson, and Steph Curry's towards the end of his career. Same thing with KD. I'm going to give him the respect. Same thing with LBJ, but LBJ is a free agent, though, right? I think LBJ is a free agent. I think this is his last year. So, we're going to take LBJ out of there, too, right? Let's look at the rest of these guys. Are you going to trade for Jokic at the $47 million? Hell yeah. You're going to take well, how many of you guys would take Jokic at the, I don't know. But Joel Embiid, you see that 46? I'm taking Joel Embiid at that 46, y'all. Bradley Beal. All right, so look, how many of you guys going to take Bradley Beal at the $45 million? That's a negative, bro. And these are rhetorical questions. You guys can comment on it. I'm going to answer for you. We're not taking no goddamn Bradley Beal for $46 million. All these players that you see right here, besides Joel Embiid, because the Sixers got the bag, they only got, I think that the Sixers only got 2 guys on the contract, him and Maxey. I think everybody else, they're either on like rookie scale or their contract is insignificant, right? So the Sixers can do whatever they want. But look at Bradley Beal, Giannis, right? I mean, of course, we'll trade for that salary. Dame Lillard, we're not trading for that salary. So look at the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a perfect example. They got 2 guys locked in at $90 million. You know what? Just to be fair, let's look at the salary cap. We're going to pull up the salary cap for 2025 for NBA 2025. Let's do it. All right? So break it down to $141 million. So look, they're saying it's $141 million. Right? I bet. So, AP, this is the answer to your question, AP. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said about giving Brunson the $300 million, giving OG the $40 million, or whatever OG we said. When you start giving these guys that bag, it takes away from your ability to build a team. So, yeah, we was off about the $60 million for Towns starting next year, but his contract is $47, $48 million starting next year. So, the Warriors, what team was that? That was, hold on. Yeah, that was the Bucks, right? So, this is the cap for next season, $141 million. They have 2 players that make $90 million. That's just 2 players. You're not talking about Brook Lopez. You're not talking about Middleton, which I think they're going to trade Middleton, by the way. You're not talking about who else got a contract. Bobby Portis has a contract. How do you build a team if this is your cap, $141 million? Right? If you want, we could pull up the Knicks salary cap. Let's pull up the Knicks. Knicks salary cap, right? I'm in research mode, right? Knicks salary cap. I love doing this live, right? Knicks salary cap. Cap 2025. 2025. Pow, right? This is why this contract stuff is important. This is why you'll never get Karl Anthony Towns in a trade unless they're going to part ways with Randle and another throwing guy because they feel like it's worth it, right? So here is the cap space, right? We're already pretty much over the cap space, right? This is if we, hold on, I think this is contingent on OG's $20 million. So they counting OG's $20 million to it, I believe, right? And they're also counting Bojan's $19 million, which is partially guaranteed. So with all of these contracts, the Knicks are already over the cap, right? This is for 24, 25. How many of you guys, a lot of you guys want Isaiah Hartenstein back, who, by the way, is not on this list. And remember that $19 million that you see, 19.9, I'm sorry, my head is in the way, my fault. Let me scroll up a little bit. You see that 19.928 right here for OG Anunoby? I could highlight it. Can't highlight it. But where my pointer is, OG Anunoby, right? Double that if you want to give him the $40 million. So just alone, all right, now Bojan, okay, so now you could say, some people could say, we could get rid of Bojan because only $2 million of his contract is guaranteed, right? And we could give that money to OG, right? So if we got rid of Bojan, no more Bojan, y'all, right? We came back with pretty much the same team, and we didn't sign Hartenstein yet. You're looking at this number right here, $146 million. The cap is $141 million. See that? All right. Luxury tax begins where? $171 million. Okay? So, if the Knicks are going to trade for one of these guys here, I'm going to go back to the list. Because we still didn't even finish going down the list, to be honest. All right. Paul George. I think Paul George is a free agent, though. Right? I think he's a free agent. $45 million. So all the Paul George rumors, dude, how are we going to get Paul George if he wants $40 million a year, bro? How's that going to happen? Right? I mean, some of these rumors are crazy. Jimmy Butler's another guy. Oh, he was willing to come to the Knicks. $45 million for Jimmy Butler. These guys make money, y'all. And remember, this is last year's salaries, by the way. Hold on, all right. You know what? Can I do? Yeah, they don't got this year yet. They didn't update this year yet. So this is So all of these guys you're seeing on the list, unless they are free agents, they all are going to make way more, or at least 5 to 10% more than this number that you see here. So when you see Bradley Beal, $46 million, yeah, that number goes up. So I'm just giving you the modest last year numbers, right? And how are you going to get these guys? Unless you're giving up OG. Unless you're giving up Randle. Where we at in the chat? So, hold on. AP, yo, salute to AP. I love AP, man. He said, I take $2 million for myself. Man, shoot, yeah, I take 500. Give me 500,000 right now. I'll be on the bench, all of that. Just to be in the Garden, I'll take that $500,000 right now. Whatever the minimum salary is, I'll take, half of that. You know what I'm saying? Julius will punch Coach if he doesn't get. No, bro. Coach, Julius Randle. All right, let me say this. Luka Doncic is way more of a hothead than Julius Randle. You need to stop. Now, Coach, I love you. You my man, $100,000. But you coming at Randle. Some of the things you saying about Randle is a little off. No. Randle, nah, come on, bro. But yeah, Coach, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that. Hold on, let me scroll down and see some more comments, right? Let's see. No, Coach, there is no deal to broker with Brock Aller, Coach. Coach, look. Let me pull it back. This is the salary, right? This is why I love research mode, because I ain't got to talk off the top of the head, right? I put everything on the screen so you can see it. This is the cap, right? So in free agency, this means you can't go over this number in free agency to sign no one outside of the mid-level. So we still have our mid-level exception. What's going to happen, Coach, is if we re-sign OG Anunoby and Bojan and Hartenstein, we're going to be over the first apron. You see the first apron, guys? I'm going to highlight it. This number right here. This $178 million. This is when the penalties in terms of luxury tax become more severe. Now, Dolan has the bag. What I'm trying to tell you is, once you hit, we're already over this number. We're already over the cap, right? We're already over it. Even if we, because the goal is to bring back OG Anunoby. If we bring back OG and we lose Bojan, we're going to be at $146 million, which is over the cap, right? So you don't have flexibility to do much unless you're going to trade your salaries, unless you're going to trade Dante, which they're not, unless you're going to trade Mitch, which Mitch has definitely also come up in a lot of trade rumors. Mitch has that, you see that $14 million right there, right? So you can move that and Bojan, right, and try to get you somebody. But even if you move Mitch and Bojan, right, because you don't want to trade Randle, it's still not going to get you nobody up here. Hold on. It's still not going to get you nobody up here. I lost the look. Yeah. See all these guys up here that you want, right? All these good players. Devin Booker, remember we spoke about Devin Booker? He's making $36 million. So unless you're trading Randle or convincing Phoenix to take Bojan and Mitch, which I don't think they're going to do, you're not going to get these guys, right? Let's see, Pascal Siakam rumors, right? Because he's also up for How are you going to sign him? We already over the cap. Let's see. Little secret, the Roar will end. So you could purchase 2,500 for $25. You're welcome back to basketball, bro. Oh, you guys having a chat? Okay, I see it now. Yeah. No, coach. What we're saying is, right? No, we could bring everybody back. We can go over the cap to sign these guys. That's not the issue. The issue is what we're talking about is this trading for these guys who you want. You want to get rid of Randle, right? And this guy's getting ready to make $49 million. So even if you want to trade Randle, you're going to have to throw in other guys. And I'm trying to tell you that Karl Anthony Towns is not worth Randle in the package for nobody. In fact, if I'm trading Randle for Towns, I think Minnesota has to give me more. I'm not a delusional Knicks fan. Julius Randle has been the better player over Towns for the past 2 seasons. And they both had mediocre playoffs. So you can't say Towns is playing better than Randle when he's only averaging 18 points in the playoffs. Yeah, Randle averaged 16 points, but are we arguing for 18 points versus 16 points? You know, and this is the second year Towns has averaged 18 points. So, I mean, that's what we're talking about. You still can trade for lesser known players like Eason, Bridges, jerked on 13 when he saw the contract. Miles Bridges. I think he's safe now, you know, with all the domestic violence stuff. But to be honest with you, the kid who I want, I'm going to show you the kid who I want. This is the kid who I want, who I think we can get because I think their team is just really dumb. You know, sorry, I don't mean to offend nobody. But this kid right here, Jonathan Isaac, yo. Let me tell you something. This kid right here fits what Coach Tibbs needs. 6'10", plays both forward positions, can guard all 5 spots on the floor. Yeah, he had an issue with injuries, right? Let's see if I get his contract. I think he's a free agent or something like that. Or he has one more year. So look at this $17 million. Now look, this $17 million, you know we could get this you know we could do that deal, right? This guy right here, to me, is a guy I would like. $17 million. I don't think he's going to be. I think the problem with getting him though is the fact that he's his 5th year. What pick was he? Was he a first rounder? 4 years. Okay, yeah, he was a 6th. So yeah, he's not going to be a unrestricted free agent. So he could walk on you. So you'll be in another OG Anunoby scenario. So if you do get him, he's going to have to sign an extension. Like if you trade for him. But I think the Magic will be stupid enough to trade for him because they're not going to be able to afford to pay him. Magic got a lot of young guys coming up on extensions, and they're not going to be able to do it. So, and we got picks, so we might could make it work. You know, like we could honestly. I don't know if Burks are going to go for that. I was going to say a sign and trade with Burks and picks for this kid, but I don't know if they're going to go for that. No, he's not a free agent, coach. He's going to be a free agent. See, look at the numbers here. I'll pull it back up. Just in case you missed it. So he got one more year. 24, 25, he get that $17 million, which is nothing. We could easily flip that $17 million, right? Is when you start talking about $40 million and $50 million, and that's when it becomes a little tough. But this is the kid I want, right? Because the Magic ain't going to be able to bring him back, right? Matter of fact, just for fun, I know we're running over time, but just for fun, let's pull up Orlando Magic. Let's pull up their contracts. Orlando Magic salary 2025. Because I'm curious to see when, because they got a lot of young guys that's all like around their 4th, 5th year. So they're gonna have to start paying these dudes. I want to go to Sports Track. Sports Track is the best site for salaries. All right. So we're gonna pull up Sports Track. And I want to see if all right, so man, look at this. All these guys are on rookie contracts, bro. Wendell Carter, Paolo Banchero, Karl Anthony might not be on a rookie contract. But let's see. Suggs. All these guys, look at they're gonna have to pay these dudes. And look, the highest paid player is Jonathan Isaac. That's their highest paid player. So if I'm the Knicks, shoot, I'm like, look, man. Look, I'm telling them, look, man. I don't think the Knicks have any more. I don't think we have any more exceptions. Let me see. Do we? I don't think we got any more. Wait, hold on. Exceptions? No. Wait. It expires. When does it expire? Oh, look. Okay, look, guys. Look. So we got an exception with your boy Obi Toppin. See this? We still got that. We still got that $6 million exception. And we got a $5 million exception from the RJ trade. Yo, the Knicks got money. The Knicks have money. They could move. We literally could get Isaac. Let me show you how we could get Isaac. So we could literally do. I don't think we got no players. That's the only problem is we don't got no tradable players. But if you can convince, maybe re-sign Jericho Sims, get him like a little $5 million deal or something like that, and then you hit up and you give him this exception money, because this will help them. Exceptions helps teams save money. So, for example, when we did the Obi trade, right, we didn't get a player. So what happened was Indiana gave us cash. We can use that $8 million or $6 million, the $6.8 million, right, towards any trade, right, as exception money, or we could even clear it too, and that'll add to our cap. So this money right here, the Knicks have room to do something. They really do. Now that I think about it, but at the same time, if you're not trading, it's still going to require you. If you're going to get them guys in the $40 million club, $45 million club, you're going to have to trade. Somebody up here got to go, bro. Right? And it ain't just Mitchell Robinson. He only makes $14 million. Let's see what coach is talking about. Oh, you want me to pull up Miles Bridges? I'll pull up Miles Bridges. I don't really know what his contract's like, but we'll pull it up. Just to be on point with it. Miles Bridges. Here we go to Basketball Reference. They got it on there too. Let's see. Let's scroll down. So Miles Bridges. Oh, you're a free agent. Oh, okay. Let me see what his numbers is like. Miles Bridges. Damn, he averaged 21 a game, bro. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. We're not going to be able to get Miles Bridges unless we do a sign and trade. We do a sign and trade, we could get Miles Bridges. Now, we might could convince the Hornets to take some picks. We got the exception money. Maybe depends on how much he want. You know, is Miles Bridges going to take a Kelly Oubre deal? I don't know, but he is interesting. Let me see how tall he is. I think he's like 6'7", right? Yeah, he's 6'7". Only problem is, guys, like I said, we had that cap. Eason for one of those exceptions in the pick. Eason, is his contract friendly? Let me see. Let's pull it up. Eason. Let's pull it up. Because I'm not sure what his contract look like. All right, so yeah, Tyree Eason, who's not bad. He's all right. He's definitely all right. But he might be a restricted free agent though. Let me see. Now you saying the trade? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you look at his salary though, coach. Like his salary is too low. It's too low. I don't think they'll do it unless the Knicks is willing to give up a first round pick or 2 second rounds. If the Knicks could give up 2 second rounds, they could get Eason. They definitely could get him. Definitely, if you give up a first round or 2 second round picks, you could get this kid because let's see, he played all 82 games. Yeah, this kid's a hooper. Yeah, he's definitely a hooper. Yeah, 36% from downtown. I like him. Hey, why not? I mean, who in the hell? Orlando, Houston, Pelicans. Those teams, like, I don't know what the hell they doing, bro. I really, like, they all got potential, right? I'm not saying they don't got good talent. What I'm saying is, how I'm seeing it is, when you look at the history of their general management, it's just a bunch of bad deals, bro. Like a bunch of this, like, bad deals. I feel like the Orlando Magic is an accident waiting to happen. I really do believe it. They are an accident waiting to happen. Houston, they haven't done nothing since they had the Dream. Hakeem the Dream and all of them. Yeah, they had Harden and did their, okay. But the Rockets wasn't, come on, bro. They had Yao Ming. Rockets ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing, right? And the Pelicans, they're the Pelicans, bro. Like, we want me to say about them, bro? They got Zion and Ingram, because the Lakers was willing to, they wanted AD. Look, bottom line is this. Easton could be had. I'm with you guys. I'm with you. He traded OB to keep the family happy. TA, take care of CA. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me see if I could jump into some more rumors, being that we talking about rumors now. It's kind of good, like the show kind of went the way it did. How do you guys feel about this? To stay on topic, Julius Randle not being shot for another star. We kind of highlighted that. We said that the way the salary is set up is just not. It's going to be hard to do that unless you're giving up OG, right? You're going to have to give up OG, Bojan and Mitch if they bite off of that, right? Is the way your salary is set up, you don't really have much to offer in turn because they want to keep a lot of guys. It's not like we willing to give up Hart, Dante, and all like that would be different. But if you want to keep these guys, right, it's going to be very difficult to do that. So I didn't really understand that one. Let's see. We went through the mock draft already. Or this might be another mock draft. So let's see. Oh, they got a guard coming out of Marquette. Yeah, Knicks ain't taking no guards in the draft. Knicks got too many guards. I'm not going to do the draft stuff because we kind of went over that earlier. We could talk about Hartenstein if y'all want. Being that we're talking about contracts. So now we see how everything is situated. There's a limit to the amount of money they could sign Hartenstein for. So let's see. They have early bird rights. So bird rights, I'm not sure if you guys know what bird rights is. I'll go through it in a second. Bird rights is if you've been with a team for 3 years, right? 3 years experience with a team. Then when it's time for your contract renewal, they can go over the cap to sign you, no matter what it is, even luxury tax, all of that. So like if you got Steph Curry on your team, right? And your team, let's say, remember the salary cap was like the 140. So let's say you got your cap is 155, right? And now, but you want to give Steph Curry the $60 million. If your owner could afford it, the luxury tax penalty, because you're going to get hit with the penalties, you can go over the cap to sign him, right? So no matter what your cap is, you have. So the Knicks have what's called early bird rights. Early bird rights occur 2 years, so which Hartenstein served 2 years with the team. So how early bird rights works is they explain it here. Right, early bird rights meaning they can re-sign him at up to 175% of his previous salary, right, or 120% of the league's average, right. So that puts him around 16, 17 million because I think Hartenstein's first contract was around $9 million, right. So now they can give him 16 to 17 million dollars a year. Here's the problem, guys. Big problem with this number. If OKC comes to Hartenstein and they say, "Hey, we want to give you $25 million a year for 4 years," Hartenstein's out of here. So the most we can give him that we would want because we love him is the $17 million because the early bird rights doesn't give you the same rights that the regular bird rights give you. So that's another thing people are not considering with Hartenstein, that we could literally lose him. Like, there's no guarantees Hartenstein. Forget OG, because with OG Anunoby, we have his full bird rights. We could give OG Anunoby whatever his max is for his level. I think his max might be around 160, 170. I don't know. I don't know what OG Anunoby's max is. But we could give him whatever the hell we want to, because he has regular bird rights. So I need Knicks fans to understand that Hartenstein, there's no guarantee that we can have him, because we don't have full bird rights, right? Full bird rights means we can sign him for whatever. We only could give him $17 million. If another team comes and offer him 20 to 25, he can literally go to that team because he wants the bag. So hopefully this is when we're really going to see what loyalty looks like. Let's see. 4 years, 72 is the starting max, about 15. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only threat to eclipse that is OKC. Yeah, I agree. Because when you look at all the other teams, you know what, just so we can be accurate, let's pull up the salary cap for all NBA teams, so we could be accurate for all NBA teams. Because I don't know that off the top of the head. I know the Thunder could get whoever the hell they want. The way their cap is, the way their whole situation situated with the picks, they can literally do whatever they want. Like they literally have the Thanos, Infinity Stone gauntlet. They got that. They could literally do whatever they want. They got SGA, right? Look, they could do something crazy like SGA and 5 picks, 7 picks, 8 picks for, I don't know who you would get for SGA. SGA is at the top, but whoever, right? I cap for NBA teams, but NBA teams in 2025. All right, let's pull it up. Just so we can know, right? Where we at. Let's see. Breaking down. They don't got the list of the teams. NBA salaries. Oh man, I ain't got the list of teams. All right, hold on. Me salary cap for all. Let me put all NBA teams. Yeah. Oh man, maybe my search is off. All right. Let's ask a question. What is the salary cap for all NBA teams? What is the salary? Not cap, the salary for all NBA teams. Let's see if this works. I'm using the Brave search. All right, so these are the salary. All right, bet. Salute to Hoops Hype. Hoops Hype is definitely the plug, right? All right, bet. So we got it, right? We got it. Oh no, we actually don't got it. This is last year. Oh man. All right, but let's rock with last year. Let's rock with last year, right? So look at the teams with money. Orlando, they definitely could get Hartenstein if they wanted. If they really wanted him, they could get him. I don't think they're gonna go for him. Utah, they got a lot of bigs, so count them out. Charlotte ain't got really enough money, I don't think. I'm not sure what free agents they got. But I don't know. I don't know this 137. I don't know how flexible this 137 is. Detroit at the 138 is interesting because I know they got a lot of rookie scale contracts. And believe it or not, San Antonio ain't got the bread like everybody think they got. San Antonio got $142 million, but I mean, I'm not sure what free agents. Remember, this is last year's, y'all, so don't shoot me, right? I don't know what maybe this is not a good list. Let's see if I could. Yeah, this is last year. Let me see. They got Keldon Johnson. Okay, so now they lose Marcus Morris. So look, they lose Marcus Morris, right? His salary's off the books. Because I think they waived him when they got him, right? Reggie Bullock's off the books. His salary's off the books, right? Nah, they got money. San Antonio definitely got money. Yeah, no, the Spurs got bread, yo. The Spurs is definitely a team that they got money. They definitely got money. They got money to play with, yeah. They got money to play with. So Spurs got money to play with, but I don't think they want Hartenstein. Pacers, I don't think got money because they got to bring back Pascal. So Houston, OKC, wow, they spent a lot of their money, but let's look at this year. So look at OKC this year, y'all. OKC shut off a lot of salary. Gordon Hayward's salary is off the books. So that 160, whatever, that instantly goes under the cap. So they get down to 130, plus a player exception. So yeah, OKC, a threat to sign Hartenstein, for sure. Definitely a threat to sign Hartenstein, for sure, because look, they lose, if you can see it. I'll put my cursor over. They lose this salary right here, off the rip. Look at this. $31 million, $6 million Rudy Gay. I don't know if they're going to keep this Podjeski kid. I don't know if they're going to do with him. But they lose a lot of this salary right here, right? So, yeah, OKC is a threat, y'all. OKC could literally say, yo, we have a complete team. All we need is Hartenstein. Let's give him $25 million a year. It sucks, but it's the reality, bro. And none of these other teams, Washington, because OKC is a good team. See, all these other teams, too, they're all bad besides Orlando. But Orlando is trying to figure out what the hell how they going to bring their guys back. Utah got a lot of big guys, so I doubt they'll sign Hartenstein, right? Did we look at Charlotte? Oh, yeah, we looked at Miles Bridges. Let's see. I think Charlotte got some bags, too. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Charlotte definitely got a bag coming because, look, they 137. So Charlotte could throw money at Hartenstein, too. I don't think they would because they got the young boy. They got that young dude from what's his name? This dude right here from Duke. I'm sorry for all the Duke shout outs, but that's my school, right? This dude is a beast. I don't think they look to bring no other centers in. So it's really just OKC, y'all. Oh, okay. You got a good link? I'm gonna check this link out, Coach. Let me check this link out. Salute the coach in the building. I'm gonna check this link out. Hold on. Yeah, let's go to site. Pull it up. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we got the Pistons, right? We got the Sixers, right? But we know they ain't going for a center, right? We got Utah. We just talked about Utah. We got OKC. We just talked about OKC. Got the Spurs, but they already got Wemby. They're not trying to get another center. And we got okay, who else we got in the top 10? Let's see. Orlando, we talked about them, but Orlando, they trying to figure out how they're going to bring their guys back. Charlotte Hornets, they don't really need a center. Houston Rockets, they already got the young boy Sengun, who is a beast, by the way. And the Raptors, hell no, he's not going to the Raptors, right? And then the Brooklyn Nets, oh, snap. But they got Claxton, so yeah, he's not going to go to the Nets. So if Hartenstein is to leave the Knicks, is only one team, really, that we should be concerned about, and it's this. Now, the other teams could probably still get him, because this is a good website. Salute to Coach for this one. But this website is good, too. Let me tell you why this website is good. This website is good, too. Hold on. Because you can actually, it shows you all the teams, right? And then you could click on the team to see where they are this year, even though this is last year's salaries, right? But none of these other teams could really, I mean, unless they really want them. Memphis, maybe. Hold on, let's pull Memphis up. Let's see what contracts they share, right? So Memphis don't got enough money. They don't got enough money. Yeah, Memphis don't got enough money to really sign them the way they want them. And they got to re-sign, let's see who they got to re-sign. They got to re-sign, but actually they don't got to re-sign nobody. I don't know what the hell Memphis is going to do because they don't really got a lot of money, bro. They don't got a lot of money. Like, when you look at their cap, like, they shed off like, these are like little side. They still be over the cap. So I don't know what Memphis is going to do either. So, yeah, your coach, you're right. It's only OKC. We ruled everybody else out. So, OKC could crush us, or they could be like, we don't want Hartenstein. We're going to play small. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. Do I got any more rumors? Johnnie Bryant. Man, guys, I'm warning you now. Johnnie Bryant might be out of here unless there was an update today. I didn't get to read the news today because I'm doing this show with you guys. But Johnnie Bryant, definitely he's going to be interviewing with Cleveland, right? So, but Kenny Atkinson and James Borrego, so maybe he might not get the job, but I'm just warning you guys. Johnnie Bryant could be up out of there, B. Johnnie Bryant could be up out of there. He's one of our top assistants. Smart guy. Would hate to lose him. But this is what happens when you have a good team. People start picking at what you have, all your assets, on and off the floor. We talked about Randle. I'm just trying to wrap up. I'm just trying to see if there's any other things, but we're getting ready to wrap up, guys. Maybe we'll wrap on Word on the Street. Let's wrap on Word of the Street. We kind of touched on free agency a lot. We're going to wrap on Word of the Street, y'all. It was definitely a great pod, another 2-hour pod. I don't mind it because it's the holiday. It's raining if you in New York. Well, it's not raining now. I don't hear the rain now, but it was definitely raining earlier today. So, I figured we do the podcast on the holiday live. I was going to pre-record it, but I said, I ain't doing that. I got the free crib right now. I'm just going to be chilling. I don't even think I'm going outside. Probably just to pick the family up and chill with the family after this. So, ain't really nothing going on like that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get the Word on the Street popping. Get another window open. But any more ideas you guys have for the off season? Things that you want to talk about? I think we pretty much hit it on the nail, man. This salute to everybody. Salute to Coach and AP for carrying the show in the chat. AP became a mod. Salute to him. I'm gonna log into to my YouTube. I'm doing that off screen so you guys won't see my details. And then we're gonna jump in the Word in the Street. We're gonna wrap up. Good pod. Let me see. I just want to also see if there's any other things because there was a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, but we kind of audibled. We even talked about Jeremy Lin. If you missed that, definitely go back in the pod. I will timestamp this pod too. And once again, RIP to Bill Walton. He passed away today, this afternoon. AP helped break the news on the pod today. Definitely sad news. He's definitely going to be missed. And, my condolences to his family from all the Knick Nation. We all send our condolences for sure. So, how? Let's see. That's it, y'all. That's all the rumors I got. Yeah, we talked about Donovan Mitchell. Of course, Cat. This guy, Cat, always comes out. I know Coach, boy. But Donovan Mitchell is interesting, too. Paul George, we talked about why Paul George is definitely probably won't happen. So to all you Paul George people, go back and rewind the pod. Yeah, we're more than likely not going to get Paul George. So we talked about the Caruso. All right, let's jump into some Word on the Street, y'all. So we got a poll here. We questioned a bunch of Knicks fans. We got 181 votes, right? And it says here, according to NBA legend Kevin Garnett, the Knicks are good the way the team is currently constructed. I'm on that side, by the way, and affirmed that they don't have to make any offseason moves. Do you agree? I don't think we need to make a major move. Outside of like the little moves we talked about earlier, I don't think we need to make a major. But 74% of fans say that, yes, we don't have to make a move. 19% say, no, we need to make a significant move. And 8% say they don't know. Respect to the 8% because, honestly, it could go both either ways. If Leon Rose somehow gets an All-NBA player look at this, alongside, right? I didn't say four. I said alongside OG, Randle, and Brunson. Man, that's one hell of a job as a GM. I don't think it's possible, but hey, in Leon Rose we trust. Look out for those shirts; they're definitely coming. And also, by the way, as we do Word on the Street, definitely hit the link in the description and in the chat. Join the Discord. AP and Coach, I definitely need you two in the Discord, right? www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. Get up in the Discord, y'all. All right, so Jalen Brunson, he was elected All-NBA second team. This was flagship. We also talked about this earlier in the show. If you missed that, you'll go rewind. I will timestamp this episode. No worries. Some people thought that he should have had a spot on the first team. What are your thoughts? I definitely think he belongs on the first team, right? 83% say they agree. 16% say he belongs on the second team. And then 1% say, I don't know. I don't know how you don't know that. But okay. So that's that. And by the way, you could also go vote for these polls if you want to. They're on the community section. I try to post them every day, but I'm just going to do Monday through Friday during the off season. Once the season starts, training camp starts, I will go back to everyday polls. But right now, I'm just going to do Monday through Friday because the news cycle is definitely slow on the weekends. Right now, the news cycle is only talking about active games. But then rumors pick up during the week. So I'll have another poll tomorrow, right? Attention Knicks fans, according to reports, unrestricted free agent OG Anunoby made field contract offers from other teams amid negotiation with the Knicks. How concerned are you that OG may sign with another team? Now, we kind of highlighted this earlier. Let's see what the 415 Knicks fans that voted, let's see how they're going to feel. I think that he's going to resign. 89% of Knicks fans say that he's going to resign. 9% think he doesn't. And 2% say they don't know. I just think that he's fielding offers to make sure that he doesn't get jerked by the Knicks. Because we already looked at all the teams with money. How many teams with money are going to go sign OG Anunoby? I mean, we could go back to the list that Coach sent us, right? Because Coach sent us a really good list. Hold on. Oh, that's hoop tight. Did I lose it? I might have lost it, Coach. We go back to the link that Coach sent. Well, I got it. I think I might have lost it. All right, no problem. I'm going to click the same link again. All right, and put it back. Let's go to site. And so, look, in terms of OG Anunoby, and we'll end on this, how many of these teams want OG Anunoby? I could think of one team, and that would be the Philadelphia 76ers. But this is contingent on for them getting another star, because I know they're trying to get all NBA. So we don't know what the hell Philly gonna do. But Daryl Morey is a good GM, right? Utah, honestly, they could, that $44 million, they could upset the apple cart. But does OG want to go to a team that's not contending? That's on OG Anunoby. I doubt it. I don't even think Utah offers him a contract. OKC would be nice, but they had too many forwards. They got too many forwards. I don't know if they'll throw it at OG, but they can't do OG and Hartenstein. So, I mean, you know, well, they could. They got picks. But at the same time, we would have to want to trade those guys. And then the Spurs, too, are a threat to sign OG. But the $34 million, OG might could fleece the Knicks to give them $36 million, right? So that $34 million doesn't look as attractive as we think. And then to bring it back to the Hoops Hype article that we had here, where we showed the teams that had money last year and what they can bring to the table. Please don't tell me I lost that link. Hold on. Go back. Pow. So this is based off last year's salaries. And once again, a lot of the same teams we talked about, right? Atlanta ain't gonna be able to do it. So OG, more than likely, if the Knicks want to, and we're not trying to trade for another star, we can literally bring both of those guys back. Hell, wait, hold on. Even if we trade for another star, and we can actually convince them to take Mitch, Bojan, and picks, then that's another way to get an all-star caliber. I'm not sure you could get a star with that, but that's another way to get one of those other guys that we looked at on the list earlier. But man, salute the coach, man. Salute the AP, man. Let me see what you guys talking about before we wrap. Can you put the link in the Discord in the chat? You can't find it, Coach? Okay, hold on, Coach. When you go to my main website, Coach, go to www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. And you should see it on there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back to research mode. Let me demonstrate. But you know what? Hold on. Coach might be on to something. Hold on, y'all. Coach might be on to something. Because I did make a change to the company I was with. Because I feel like it was trash. That's a whole other topic. But hold on, let me see some. I'm going to go to the website and demonstrate. See if it still works. .com. Now, another way, too, if you want to get in, y'all, send me an email. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Whoa, I spelled this completely wrong. The Objective Knicks Fan. Ah, man. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to get it up on the screen. I'm going to demonstrate. But what I'm going to do, too, I'm going to put my email in there, too. So you can send me an email. Send you the site. All right. So I bet. So this is my main website, y'all. You see it? Just click join Discord. And this form. You fill out this form and then boom. But coach, what I want you and AP could do is send me an email. And I'm gonna get you guys in there. I'm gonna get you guys the active link. But coach, you see what I did though? If you go to my website, www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. But what I'm gonna do, coach, I'm gonna put my email in there because I want you to send me an email. Pretty much overcharging my phone right now. Kind of crazy. All right, so look, I'm gonna put my email in there. Hold on, make sure I'm in the right place. I don't know why I can't put chat on here. It's weird. I gotta go to my phone to chat, y'all. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, send me an email. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. info@theobjectiveknicksfan.com. Right there. Matter of fact, I'll pin it. All right, so we're gonna pin it. So I got it pinned in the chat. And send me an email, guys, and I'll get you guys in the Discord if you're having trouble with the website. I know that this company I'm with here, I'm making the switch. I didn't make the switch yet, so it should still work. But send me an email. Oh wait, hold on. Did I get breaking news that the Tyson fight is off? Holy cow. I think that Tyson fight might be canceled, y'all. Tyson and Jake Paul. Kind of crazy. But yeah, so send me that email, guys, and I'll send you to anybody who's listening. You definitely can send me an email too. Maybe I'll start pushing the email more. That might be easier because I don't want to publish the link directly because I kind of want to screen the people that's in there because I'm gonna have free hat giveaways. I have more information next week on my free hat giveaways, and I should have a better website experience because a couple of people, I have like 5 people that filled out this form, right? So if you're one of those people, send me an email, info@theobjectiveknicksfan.com, so I can make sure you're in there. I'll send you the direct link because I kind of want to screen who's in there, but I know Coach, I know AP. AP is cool. Facts though, AP. Yeah, I thought that there was a weird fight anyway. Like, I mean, what's the purpose of it? Jake Paul, I mean, now he's saying he's a heavyweight, but Jake Paul is really a light heavy cruiser. No, not light heavy. He's a cruiserweight, right? That's 190, I believe. So him going up, I think he weighing like 230. Wait, is he gonna fight at heavyweight? He gonna get killed. Those guys are monsters, bro. But that's not that. But I digress. And in the Discord, I do got other sections. I'm creating more sections too, so we could have these conversations for other sports too, not just Knicks talk. But yeah, AP. Yeah, I don't understand what the world's going on with Mike. But if you guys send me the email, I'll get you in there. Or you can go to. It still works, by the way. If you go to my website, I got it on the screen here. TheObjectiveKnicksFan.com. Click join Discord. Bam, this form will pop up. All right, Coach. I'm gonna reply to the email on live right now because I need you and AP in there. So AP also send me an email too because I like the way you commentate and you was breaking things down in the chat. AP he knows what he's talking about for sure. He is definitely an objective Knicks fan. Let me check my email. Hold on. I got too many apps. All right, so I'm checking it right now, Coach. I'm going to respond. Hold on, let me get the Discord link first, and I'm going to respond on live before I get off. And I'll let you guys enjoy your holiday. Sorry for a long show, but this was a good show. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are in New York. Some of you guys might even be working. Why not talk Knicks? Why not talk some sports? So, Coach, I'm literally, I got the link. I'm about to reply to you right now. I just got to find my Outlook app. Oh, I got it right here. All right. Oh, I got you, Coach. Okay, I see you. So let me reply. All right. Bam. So, Coach, I just replied to you. You can let me know if you got it. But I got your email. AP, I'll look out for you too. Definitely want to get you up in there. If you don't want to go through the website in the form, just send me an email, guys. Oh, AP, you at work? Hey, well, see, that's another reason why I figured let's do an extended show, because some of you guys may also be at work, and so now that makes sense. That makes sense, AP. I'm luckily I got the free crib right now. Shoot, my family's at her family house, so I'm chilling. But I'm after this I'm gonna go pick them up and we're gonna spend some time. Can't really do nothing outside. I don't even know what the weather is looking like. But AP, I'm with you. Yeah, Mike Tyson, come on, bro. He's 57 years old, bro. He looks great, but So that's all, guys. Definitely you tuned in, man. Salute to you guys for rocking with me for the whole 2 hours. I don't mind. I will timestamp it, so whoever watches the playback, they'll be able to catch up and know where we at. Action-packed show. Definitely get in the Discord, guys. What else? So that's all for this podcast. Salute the coach. Salute the AP. Yeah, AP, I'll look out for it tonight. Just send me the email, and I got you. Whenever you get the channel, you working. Ain't no sweat. So that's all for this podcast. And until next time, let's go Knicks.